Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Virgo Verdict. I am your host, Sherrod Corn, and my co-host is...
Tracy Ricks. You can call me T Ricks. You can call me Ricks. Don't call me out my name. Nothing negative though.
All right, all right. She gave you the rules.
Yeah. But I want to talk about this. I want to talk about listening to your partner with regard to sex. Um,
So when I come in like get naked, she's just supposed to get naked. You better listen to my
yeah, well, I mean, but see, there's a thing though.
Okay.
So it really I think coming get in here and get naked really depends on the type of relationship that you
It
have.
does. It
So if I
does.
don't like my man, if we beefed out, you can't come in here and tell me to get fucking naked. Because I'm not going to have the desire to do that because I don't like your ass right now.
That's true.
So me and Kadiri were going through a period where I didn't like him.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we give the people some context on what
Okay. Okay. So y'all, I had come across this Facebook post. It was a forum discussion that asked the question, is a woman's sex drive based on how she's treated? Or is it based on how her partner treats her?
Mhm.
And yeah, fuck yeah, it is. Because if I'm a woman and I'm in a relationship and I'm being treated poorly, I'm not gonna crave you. I'm not gonna desire you. I'm not gonna be horny and wanna fuck. Like, not you. Like
Right.
real. And I say that because I have experienced this. So there was a period where I did not like Kadiri. And also, me and Kadiri, I was 7 years older than him. So
Okay.
he was in a whole different place in his life. And he had been having sex, however, he had been having sex up until he met me. And for me, it wasn't grown up sex. And I didn't really like it. I mean, it's like, damn, you cannot just climb on top of me and,
Yeah.
I you got to do some other shit. I need intimacy. I need, all kinds of other things. It can't just be physical.
Hmm.
And I need you as my partner to tune in. And if we're tuned into each other, then that makes the sexual experience much better. We weren't tuned into each other physically, sexually. On one side, we had this great relationship. Me and Kadiri spent a lot of time together and we had extreme love for each other. We had perfect, perfect love, except our relationship was imperfect.
Mm.
And because I think it was his age, he was so much younger than me. I don't think he knew how to tune in or be vulnerable sexually. And I wanted him to, but I could not teach him how to do that. And I don't even think that when I told him that he even understood what I was saying. And so when I was telling him my needs and things that I needed as a woman and how I needed him to handle me, I don't think he could hear me. I
Let me
don't think he could even understand
let me tell
what
you
that was.
what you just did in man speak was told me I wasn't shit in bed. You see what I'm saying?
But
Because no. And I think that's where the breakdown in communication is. You're trying to give me instructions on how to do a thing that I
mhm,
supposed to inherently know based on culture, myth, and
mhm,
all this other shit. I supposed to just wake
mhm,
up as a brother one day like wetness, wetness. I'm supposed to know all these
right.
things. I'm supposed to be the master key, fucking with all these locks. You see what I'm saying? I'm supposed
Mhm,
to know everything. But then when you run across that woman that says, that's not it, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, hold on,
mhm.
wait a minute. Now your ego get kind of bruised, especially if
Yeah.
you're one of those dudes that hinge a lot of your shit on your sex drive and your sexual prowess. When a woman tells you, that
It's
ain't
not.
it,
And the things that worked for other women
ain't
that
gonna
he was
work.
using on me didn't work for me.
Okay.
Because I'm like, you gotta learn me. You gotta pick my locks.
Hmm.
Basically. and I don't think that his ego, I think he couldn't get past that because we never resolved that. It was never resolved. So, I mean, we still had sex. We had a lot of sex, but it wasn't necessarily enjoyable for me. It was he
Wow.
was enjoying it, but I did not have enjoyable sex most of the time. Now, there were a couple occasions where he was almost there, like he was almost tuned in. There was a barrier. And I think his ego would not allow him to break down that barrier.
Okay.
And that was a real issue for us. And when I would try to talk to him about that, he wasn't getting it. He could not hear me. And I think that has something to do with age and experience, but also egomania too. Like, other bitches think I'm the shit. Why you don't? You know what I mean? Like, because he asked me one day why I don't respond to him like the other women used to respond to him before we met. And I'm like, well, shit.
I'm not the other
They
women.
probably was used I'm not, first of all, I'm not other women. I'm super grown. And shit, they was young too. They don't know what good sex might be. You know what I mean? Good
Hmm.
sex for them is clearly different from good sex for me. And I'm like, all I need you to do is tune in. These are certain things that I need you to do. And he was totally unwilling to do it.
Oh,
And I would
okay.
be like, well, damn, nigga, what the fuck? But he wanted to have sex all the time. And who wants to have sex all the time when you feel like it's not good sex all the time? So
I mean,
no.
and then
A
there
woman
you
sex
have it,
driving.
the orgasm gap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Only time I had orgasms is when we incorporated toys into our sex play.
Yeah.
And he had a problem with
I was
that.
about to say, I was getting ready to tell you, you pull them toys out, dude's looking at them up like, hold on, wait a minute. Whoa, 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 I don't need no help now.
Right.
I don't need help.
Yeah.
I got this. Because that thing moves at 450 RPMs.
Like really, like he had a problem with it. He did not like it and he didn't like the way that I responded when we incorporated toys.
Okay.
Because I would be fully engaged when we had the toys. But we didn't necessarily need the toys. I only wanted to use the toys because he wasn't
Enhancement.
doing what I needed him to do.
Okay.
So, that was it. But yeah. So absolutely yes. I think a woman's sex drive is based on how you treat her, and also if you a fuck nigga, if you an asshole, if you a jerk, fuck no, I don't want to have sex with you. And now this is just me. I don't know. I haven't conducted a survey. I don't know how other women might feel about this, but it's hard for me to be horny with somebody I don't respect or like right now or appreciate. So no, I can't, you can't expect me to be ready, willing, and waiting for you sexually if we just had our 1000th argument about bullshit. I
Okay.
can't do it.
Now, on the flip side of this conversation, because, I had a young lady get pretty upset with me during a Facebook spat, right? And, we were talking about limp noodles, ED, soggy dicks, all this shit, right? And then
Okay.
I said, well, you do know that, ED or what people think it is a lot of times, there are psychological reasons for it. And it's not all physical. It's not all what a man eats, drinks, or whatever. I said,
Hmm.
sometimes, you know, and one of the homies and I, we are having a powwow. And we were talking
Hmm.
about, like, man, have you ever had a situation where it just wouldn't get up? I was like, hell yeah. As soon as she took her clothes off, I was mad than a motherfucker. I said, that
I
presentation,
always wanted to know if
man,
that was the real shit.
man, that
Like,
motherfucking presentation was so fucking bold as hell. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you. The thing is, if if you don't have the hourglass body and all that shit, stop wearing all this shit that make you have one. Just wear your shit. You know what I'm saying? If okay, you
mhm.
got a little pooch or whatever, fupa, whatever. Fuck that shit. Quit putting on 7 pairs of Spanx.
Right.
These hip shapers and all this. Man, I'm telling you, Dude laughed like a motherfucker. He was like, dog. I said, man, shit look like melted wax. As soon as she took it off, it just all hit. I was like, I done
Oh,
drove, and I say, I done drove too far to go back empty handed. So I tried it like a dumbass. She was like, what's wrong? It's me. That's all I.
because what do you do? So I had a conversation like this with my friend the other day, and he's dealing with it. He's older than me. I think he's about 57, and he's dealing with a 30-year-old, and they're engaged in sex, but he has ED.
Okay.
He has ED because he's a diabetic. But he does not want her to know that he has ED. So there are times when he'll just stop, like if his dick stop working, he'll stop and he won't even say anything to her or tell her what's going on. He'll just get up and he like, she mad at me now. Well, fuck yeah, nigga, I would be mad too because she probably thinks it's her. You
Mm-hmm.
got ED. You need to tell her what's going on. Cause I was like, is it her? He was like, no, she beautiful. She beautiful. She fine. All that. It's definitely me because of the diabetes or whatever. And I'm like, I think you should tell her though.
Now, has he done anything to rectify the diabetes and
Yeah,
stuff?
he's changed his whole life.
Okay.
The ED isn't severe, but
Okay.
it does, it comes up. But he's ashamed, I guess. But he could tell me though. But of course, we not fucking.
Right. Right.
But I'm like, you need to tell her because she probably thinks it's her though.
And y'all might
You
be able
need
to
to,
resolve it together though.
yeah, absolutely. And this is what I told him. He was like, no, I don't think she'll be able to understand. And my ego just, I can't see just telling her that. And I'm like, come on, dude, you too old, you too grown. You can
Well, see,
tell her.
that's fucked up in and of itself right there because, you know, just automatically you assuming she can't handle it. If you think
Absolutely.
she's not mature enough to handle that, then why are you even fucking with her in the
Why are
first place?
you even dealing with her? Why are you even dealing? Now, and this is the other thing. He's in a relationship with another lady who he lives with. This woman, he is trying to leave his lady for her. I'm like, if you're trying to leave your lady for her, you need to tell her. That means that your relationship is progressing in a way, and you need to progress along with it. Like, or leave her the fuck alone. For real. You can't be honest with her about that because the ED isn't going nowhere. You getting older, nigga. It's gonna come up. It's gonna happen. And that's a subject that as grown people we can talk about.
Right? You got to talk about it because how do you keep avoiding a thing that somebody wants?
Yeah. He said that the last time they were having sex, he got ED in the middle of sex. But at the same time, something had come on the television. Laughing my friend. So at the same time, something had come on the television, and it was something that had gotten his attention. So he played it off like whatever was on the TV is what did it, and then he just got up and started whatever
Hey,
going about the day.
every time you said, in the middle of it, it get the ED. All I think is the Pac-Man sound when he got caught by the ghost.
Imagine if that happened though in real life, like the sound just came out of nowhere in the middle of the sex in the ED. Can you imagine that? But at least if it did though, she would know what the fuck is going
She would
on.
know what it is.
But
I would.
I'm like, dude, come on. So yeah. So when that has happened to you,
Mhm.
what do you do?
Oh, when you talk about when
Yeah, what do you do?
I mean, yeah, they happen because and and this is I'm gonna be honest. When the shit happened, right, and I knew for a fact that I was not into what she looked like. But I
Mhm.
had to make another phone call. It was like, yo, ooh, 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 ooh. You call up an old faithful. and then you make that ride over there to make sure the boy working, cause Old Faithful get it in, right? You know, you just,
Oh,
yo, and you
not
slide
old
through,
faithful.
and then you leave
So
back out with your ego intact, like.
right, it wasn't me. It was her.
No, and then I'm gonna tell you this. I've had instances where into a woman, and then she say something stupid to me, and it's
Mm,
like, okay, I'm gonna try to overlook this. Get to talking again, get to talking, because I I like communication. Because
mm-hmm,
when I speak to you, that's gonna let me know if I want to talk to you or not. I might
mm-hmm,
look at you and see that you're physically appealing, but if
mm-hmm,
we start talking and that shit ain't right, I'm good. I
mm-hmm,
don't. Man, I spent my 20s, 30s, you know, hell, my teens and my 20s,
mm-hmm.
just doing whatever, man, and just running through them. And it's like in my head now, it's always quality over quantity. I
Mm-hmm.
would tell any young man that any day of the week. It's like, bruh, it's quality, bruh. That's gonna always be out there. Sex is
Mm-hmm.
there, but when you run across somebody that just mentally turns you off, it's done deal. It's it.
It's a done deal. You can't.
I mean,
You
I'm not
can't.
gonna lie to you. I mean, there's a lot of women out there that are just beautiful, take their clothes off or whatever, and it's just like, all right, I don't like you. That's why I
Yeah, I
said
don't.
doesn't. That's why when I answered your post, I was like, doesn't she have to like them? Because
Yes.
because I've been with women. It's just like, once you just kick it with them for a minute, it's like, and I'm gonna tell you something else that women probably may not know. Men get these preconceived notions in their head about who you are before they actually,
Oh, absolutely.
so like when dudes, I often wonder, are men trying to protect themselves when they say, "Oh, body count doesn't matter," right? When they say that, see, in our head, we got these preconceived notions that you're almost angelic, right? You're not dirty. You know what I'm saying? You're not dirty Diana, right? We got these
Okay.
preconceived notions that, oh man, she ain't no busto queen. You know what I'm saying? She ain't that. And when you finally find out that it is, now that tear at you. It's like, damn, okay.
But
Now,
it's but why though? Because you made that story up, not her. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. In my head, I made that story up, right? And then when you find out, you know, like, damn, I wonder, because I know a couple of my homies, right? And they some hound dogs, right?
mhm.
I ain't fucking nothing after them, right? And if I find out, it was like, oh, you hit my mask? Oh man, my mask hit you? It's just, you know, you don't want your closest dog, a lot of times to, you know what I'm saying?
But okay. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Mm. So let's say you meet somebody
Hmm.
and she's awesome.
Okay.
She checks all the boxes. And then you find out that she's had sex with somebody that you know.
Well, she didn't check all the boxes because that's one of my boxes.
So she can't have had sex with somebody that you know.
You know what? She can't have sex with somebody that I was cool with. I can just know you because I
Was
know
cool with or am cool with.
when I say when my definition is cool is somebody I hang out with.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of dudes and I'm cool with a lot of people. Like, what up, dude? Chunk up the deuce and all that. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about somebody I kick it with and hang with and roll with.
Mm-hmm.
If I found
Okay.
out that one of the homies that I'll kick it with, like, oh, he done smashed.
So there's a period of consideration.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll consider, what's what. I mean, but I don't know. It'd be difficult for me to, cause I know some of my cats, man. Them niggas nasty, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So I don't know.
so so this is my thing. And this is all a part of the listening. When I get into relationships, my go-to phrase is forgive me my past and I'll forgive you yours.
Hmm.
So whatever has happened, and I mean this completely, whatever has happened prior to us meeting does not make a difference to me. However, the questions that I have for you when we're, engaged in this relationship, I need you to answer them honestly. I don't want to find out something later if I've asked you a question and you didn't answer it
Right.
honestly. I'm not going to judge you for your response. I just want the honest answer
Honest truth.
because when I said, you forgive me my past, I'll forgive you yours, I really mean that. There are some things I just want to know.
Right.
Just just for safety.
Right.
And just so I can know we can be on the same page and everybody knows what the fuck is going on, and it's probably won't necessarily change anything
I mean, if you
about how I
developed a
feel about you
relationship
or
with
how I
them,
proceed.
yeah.
What you say?
I mean, if y'all have already developed a relationship with one another,
Hmm.
I'm gonna put it to you this way: like you run into chicks, and you find out what kind of dudes they've dealt with,
Hmm.
right? And it's like nobody wants to get out here fighting with nobody. Like, oh, you got one of them ignorant motherfuckers. Nah, I'm straight on that, you know.
Mm-mm.
And the things is, I think it's a case by case scenario, to be totally honest. Because in one breath, you could say, because what's a high body count to me may not be a high
Mhm.
body count to somebody else. Because in
Absolutely.
some cultures, if you have sex before you're married, that's a high body count.
Right.
And to us in America, we like, shit, where's she at?
You're right. Mm-mm.
but but so I people don't understand that, and I started looking more into it. The high body counts, often lead to high infidelity.
Hmm.
It's not just that it's a high body count. No, it's some traumas that come with that. There's a reason why you was out there doing what you're doing. Now, are you over
Hmm.
that shit that had you doing that? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? There's some
Yes.
intelligent reasons why, you want to back up off it and like, you know what? I don't know who you was out there dealing with. And, just like you have those crazy females, like, hey, who you dealing with? She pop up on you. You got those crazy ass dudes that still
Hmm.
think y'all in a relationship, even though he ain't touched you since he been locked away since '85. You know what I'm saying? So there's some things you just don't want to deal with, and it's like you said, let's be honest. Let's be okay. This is your past. This was my past, and can we get past it?
Hmm.
And then, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I know that's a big thing on the internet. High body counts, women get a certain age, and all this stuff. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Women have to understand. There's a certain demographic of man that says, I don't give a fuck what she says, how she says it. I don't want a woman that's just like this. Point
Hmm.
blank. That's not all men. Because every woman has a man around her, near her, that wants her. Nine times out
Yes.
of 10, if they not together, it's because that woman don't want him the same way. That nigga in the friend zone and not the end zone. You know what I'm saying?
For
So
real.
so when a woman says, there's no good men out there, yeah, it is. You just don't want that good guy. You know, that
But
but a good guy doesn't
right.
mean he's the right guy for you.
Right. Exactly. Because I got a guy right now. We've been friends for 30 years. He's liked me for 30 years, and I've known this for 30 years. He's always been in the friend zone. Always. He
And
chooses to stay there because, and I say that he chooses because it's either you're my friend or you're nothing. So he would rather be my friend than be nothing.
okay.
But now that we're 50, in our 50s, he is like putting the full court press on, right? But he has done nothing. His behavior has not changed at all.
Oh, okay.
And so my thing, for him is, why now would I pick you now and you've done nothing to give me any reason why I should pick you now?
Mm.
Because what you're doing now is no different from what my other friends do. So if you are have a desire to change your position in my life, and I would be open to it because shit, I'm older now. You know, it's nothing wrong with the man. I just don't like him the way that he likes me.
Okay.
But I could if he would do something different.
Now,
Like,
what's the something different?
okay, I'll give you an example. So he my homeboy. We might come over. He might come over. We might smoke. We might drink. We might go to the movies. We might go to the range. What else do we do? Go to the drive-in. All of those things I do with all of my friends.
You want
But
something
you want to
different?
be my man, though. You want to be my husband. So that means that you have to do something that my friends don't do, because then what separates you from my friend? And this is why I say that. I got a friend who lives in Texas. And one day we were on, and he's just my friend. Okay. It's my one of my best friends. One day we were on the phone talking, and I was like, damn, I'm hungry. And we just talking. He like, what you got a taste for? And I was like, right now, if I could have any meal today, I would have a ribeye, a baked potato, and some broccoli. He was like, oh, okay. So we talking. About an hour later, I get a DoorDash delivery with a ribeye, which is my favorite cut of steak, a ribeye, a big baked potato, and a crown of broccoli. And I thought that that was awesome. I didn't ask him to send me a meal or nothing. We were just talking about our favorite foods or our favorite meals. And he took it upon himself as my friend just on a Saturday to send me my favorite meal.
Mm.
And I thought that was awesome. So if you're saying that you want to be more than my friend, then you have to show me something that is more than what my friend would do. Because my friends do these things, and you want me to consider you as my husband. What sets you apart from my friend?
Mm.
And if we're moving from friendship to relationship, what is going to make me look at you as a potential mate and not just my friend if we're still doing friend shit? If you're still doing friend shit, you have to now move from friendship to I want you to be my lady shit. And he doesn't do that. So I don't look at him as a potential mate because he's still showing me friendship and
So
not mateship.
so have you told him that yo you need to step your shit up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Many times. But I have an issue because I do not want to tell a man how to date me. I want him to try. I want him to put forth some kind of effort. If you're at all interested in me, try some shit, nigga. You don't know. I might like it, you know. And if I don't like it, I will still have appreciated your effort. He does
Okay.
not put in
Let
any
me cut
effort.
you off right there, and I'm gonna tell you why a lot of men have stopped trying, and
Hmm.
it's not the fault of women that really do appreciate a man trying. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Sometimes it's hilarious at what people will do to try to get your attention, the right way.
Hmm.
But when you've often heard so many times what all these things, this whole big list of what's off the table, and it's like,
Hmm.
damn, only thing left for me to do is rent a fucking rocket and take her to another planet, cause all the regular shit that a motherfucker would do, and it's like once they've done it, oh, that's off my list. I don't got to ever do it again. It's like life is not like Indiana Jones. It's not this one big ass adventure that, you know, it's excitement every day. Relationships are
Right.
not exciting every day. Relationships, the best thing about a relationship is sometimes being fucking bored, just boring. Y'all
For
sitting
real.
around, with your big socks on and your, your hoodie on, y'all just laying around
Yep.
doing nothing. You
Absolutely.
know, and the funny thing is a lot of too many women out here now just want constant excitement. See, that's why I think a lot of these modern women, the way they think is kind of childish. Children always need stimulation. You know, this I need something to do all the time. I can't sit still. I need buy shiny things. I need these things. It's always things. And it's like,
Hmm.
damn, you know, the small things people don't understand. In order to get the big things, you small things must be accumulated first. You
Yes.
know, before you get a paycheck, you got to work your hours, right? And so the thing that gets me the most is I hear where you're coming from, but I'm not speaking for him, but I'm just saying when I hear a woman say you gotta do something different, I'm like, well, hell, the list that's out just knocked out everything that.
Fuck that list. Fuck that list. Because I feel like you have to do what you need to do according to the person that you're dating. I'm not the list chick. I'm not at all the list chick at all. I don't go to Applebee's because Applebee's shit is nasty. That's the only reason I don't go to Applebee's. They shit nasty. Like all their food come out of a fucking package. Ain't nobody back there making shit at Applebee's except a drink. Now, if we go to Applebee's for a drink, okay, because I heard they got great margaritas. I'm good, but we're not eating there.
I
But
feel
fuck
you.
that list.
I feel you.
This person knows me, and they know that I'm not the list chick. They
Okay.
know
Okay. They know
that,
these things. Okay.
yeah, they know. So I'm the chick you can experiment with. Like I'm the
Okay.
chick we can go axe throwing. I'm the chick we can go to Belle Isle and just chill.
Okay.
I'm that, but I'm saying he doesn't even try. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if he's scared. I don't know, but he speaks it. He says it. He sent me a whole dissertation the other day professing his love for me. But words have to be followed up with
Excuse me.
action.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many niggas profess they love for me? You know, like he has no idea that there are other men that are doing the same thing that he is doing.
Well, buddy, you know
So
now.
what is this what is the thing that's going to separate you from the other men? That's what I'm looking for. Those are the men that women pick. Are the men who are doing the things that separate you from the masses.
Mm.
What makes you the standout guy? Why should I pick you? If your behaviors and the things that you do are the same as the other niggas, why would I pick you out of all the other niggas and y'all all doing the same shit? So it has to be a for me, and I'm just speaking for me.
Right.
It has to be some genuine, authentic thing, like because. So for me, I really don't believe that he likes me. I think because he's been attracted to me for 30 years, that he likes the idea of me and I am a conquest for him. He cannot believe that I, that I ain't let him be my man yet. He can't believe it. And I think his ego will not allow him to stop pursuing me because, Sherrod, I would be willing to bet my last dollar that if he got me, shit would be all bad. For
Mm.
real. I really believe, just based upon what he's shown me so far. And, my body tells me everything. I know when to react. I know when to proceed. I know when to retreat. And whenever I've been attracted and whenever I got the inclination, oh, this person should be in my life, I'm alerted to that. Has happened to
Uh-oh.
alert me that this person should be more than what he is now.
Well, buddy, you in the friend zone forever.
Forever. And Sherrod, I've even considered I've given it an earnest try. I have considered it. But every time I have said, okay, I'm gonna give him a chance, he does something that made me be like, see, I can't fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm obligated to pay attention to that for me.
I'm about to say,
For
yeah. I
me,
mean,
that's
just
an
just for you, is
indication.
this? Man, why lock
Yeah.
yourself into a situation that you don't
I
want to be
mean,
in?
I can't, I can't fake it. And everything that I'm telling you, I've told to him. But
Wow.
he still keeps on, and it's like, so that's why I think he's in love with the idea of me. I don't even think he sees me at all. And one of the main indicators is he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen to me when I speak to him, because if he did, something would be different. And in all of the 30 years that we've known each other, we've had great conversations, but he's never asked me anything about myself. Never. So that lets me know right there, you don't like me. You like the idea of me, because if you liked me, you would be interested in me. It wouldn't be just this physical thing. Because I know what he likes. He like what all the niggas like about me. But once they get to know me, once they understand that it's more than a surface thing, once they see that they're going to have to do more than lip service, they back up. It's too much, because then they discover, oh, she a whole person. It's not what I thought it was. So that's why I said, if we ever got into a relationship, it would be all bad, because I'm not who he believes that I am. He think I'm so sweet, and I am those things,
But
but
but you
I'm
but you
much,
see
much,
what I
much, much
but
more
what
than that.
you see what I said though? Men have this preconceived notion of who you are,
Yes.
or who we want you to be a lot of
Yes,
times.
exactly.
And then when we sit down and talk to you, that's why I'm gonna be honest. When women say, "Why do men play games?" A lot of men aren't playing games. We put this notion in our head of who we think you are. Then when
Hmm.
we start talking to you and we realize you're not that person, that's probably after we done smashed and hit and everything. And for a lot of us, the conquest is the sex is not the whole thing we want, but it's like,
Hmm.
oh, she don't like this, she don't like that, she got an issue
Hmm.
with, oh
And
man,
she ain't gonna let me do this. She ain't gonna let
yeah,
me do that. This ain't cool with her. Just all of it. Yeah,
yeah.
I
So,
get it.
well, hey buddy, you're in the friend zone, bro.
Yeah, he's sad about it too. I just can't do it. And on top of all of that, physically, he is not my type.
Okay.
But I'm not a superficial person. I can overlook physicality. I can. I'm not one of those women like, oh, he gotta be this, he gotta be that. I just, you just can't have no limbs missing, because that kind of stuff kind of creeps me out. But I like the ugly dudes actually, because for some reason, guys with interesting faces, I'm attracted to that. I'm attracted to men with interesting faces, that who aren't classically handsome. But I have standards though.
Right, right.
You can't be out here looking like a fucking gargoyle. I just, Sherrod, you a Virgo, so you know exactly what I mean when
I'm
I say this.
I'm trying to tell you. Wait, I see a lot of aesthetically pleasing women out here. Hey, I work in a gym. I work in gyms from Indiana to Ohio. So I see women all day long. And every gym has this one thing in common. Coochie prints, ass is showing, and titties. And it's like, men, the guys in there, you can see the guys not trying to look at them because they don't want to get caught on the little camera because, all the women got the cameras. But we look at
Mm-hmm.
each other and be like, I'm just straight. But it's like, nah, that's the worst place to try to meet somebody anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
my biggest thing is I want to know, how do you communicate? What do you talk about? Because I talk about everything, porn to politics, everything. If you pigeonhole yourself into, I don't like talking about this, I don't like talking about that, I'm straight on you. Okay, adios. You know.
I talk about everything, but also the energy that you get from me depends on the energy that you put out. It
Okay.
really does. Cause Sherrod, I'm silly and I'm fun, right? And I love to have fun. I love, love, love to laugh. Like, Me and Kadiri would be in here just having fun, like fun. We would have sock fights and shit like that. We would be wrestling. I like to do all of that shit. But we were kindred in that way. He was silly too. So if you dry,
Mm,
I'm gonna be dry because my energy feeds off of other people's energy. I'm inspired and motivated by how other people are. And that I don't know, I've always been that way. But if you a bump on a log, it's hard for my fun to come out.
okay.
But I'm generally fun. And so if you a bump on the log, then you won't get the benefit of knowing that I'm fun because I'm not inspired to be fun around you because you're not fun.
Right.
So I can't date somebody that's not like me in that way because I don't like to be closed mouthed and serious all the time. I want to be fun. I want to be dancing. I want to be shoulder twerking, all of that stuff I want to do with my mate or who I'm dating. And also with the guy who's in the friend zone, he's not fun.
Oh.
I like to have fun.
Eh,
I really fun is right up there with peace, love, and trust.
okay.
Like it's peace, well, it's love, peace, trust, and fun. Literally. Cause I gotta have fun. If we're gonna be keeping company, we can't be bored. Like for real.
Yeah, I mean,
And I think,
and when I say bored, man, it's like this. I'll break out in a song in a heartbeat just because you said some words that sound like it was in a song. Hell, if it's close enough, I'll sing that shit, right?
oh
You
my
know,
God.
man, and I like to laugh, right? You know, hell, I went through periods of my life where everything was just fucked and serious, and I don't want to go back there no more. You know,
Right.
I wake
Nobody
up,
does.
I want to clown, I want to smile, I want to be around somebody that, you know, and I enjoy being around uh, folks that love to laugh. And it's not even just in a personal relationship. I love being around folks that just like to clown, period. You know,
Yes, me too.
you know. So, okay, buddy, we just decided you're in the friend zone forever. Um,
I hope he don't see this podcast. Oh my God. Because he gonna know it's him.
it's like you're in the friend zone, buddy, and you're not coming out.
I'm
So,
not coming out.
hey, man.
And part of it is his fault though, because I was open to allowing him to be in my space in a more intimate position. But because he does not listen, he does not exercise what is it? Um
Comprehensive listening.
Comprehensive listening, empathetic listening. He doesn't listen. Like he's only concerned with him and how he feels. And also, this is another thing I wanted to say earlier. He just wants me to say yes because he likes me, because he's
Mm,
expressed. He just wants me to say yes because he likes me. He wants me to betray myself for the sake of his feelings and what he wants. Never once has he considered, even though I have said, I don't feel about you the same way that you feel about me, many times and in as many ways as I could say it. That's an
wow.
indicator of a person who is not listening. So I think in every relationship, it is important to listen. Number one, to understand. And number two, so you don't make a fucking fool of your damn self. Listen to what's going on. We could have cut this shit 15, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, but all of this time, he has been anticipating like he gonna wear me down. Nah,
Wow.
dude. Yeah, so that's him even being around 30 years later with the same shit is an indicator that he's not listening. And I don't
Wow.
want to be with nobody that don't listen, Sherrod.
So, the open discussion was a woman's sex drive is based on how you treat her.
Absolutely,
Bruh,
yes.
if you're not doing the things she likes, you ain't hitting. You ain't
Well,
getting.
let me ask this one question though
Okay.
before we go.
Hmm.
What about a man's sex drive? Could the same is the same true for men? Is a man's can a man just fuck even though he ain't liking you that day?
Um, to be totally honest with you, yeah. I mean, I don't. I mean, when I was younger, I mean, I didn't have to like you. I mean, I just had to want you. You know, because once you came through with them yams and all that, and I'm like, okay, them hittable. Now I'll go ahead and, but that don't mean you ain't gonna be around forever though. You ain't even gonna be around for four. You know what I'm saying? The
So,
ever ain't.
but what if y'all are in a relationship, y'all in a rough patch, y'all
Okay.
not liking each other? Is are you initiating sex?
You know what? Now, if I try to initiate and you reject me, I'm not. I'm not fucking with you no more.
No more. Period.
It's going to be few and far between. So just say I come at you and I notice something, you know, we got a little something going on. I'm going to understand that.
Mm.
If I come back to you and you reject me, I'm done. The next move that's going to be made is from you.
So if I make the next move, then you good though.
Yeah, I mean, if we, you know, if we starting
Mm.
to come back in whatever, because
Right.
I don't care who you are, man or woman, rejection is not. Nobody likes rejection.
No,
And
nobody likes
if you
that.
always reaching out to get something, your hand gets smacked. Hey, that you don't have to smack me 30 times for me to know that you don't want me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
let
Yeah, I'm the same way. All you got to tell me one time. I'm my fallback game, so I'll go. It
so you
is.
fading
It
away.
is. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, you don't like me? Okay, good.
So my folks out there, I appreciate y'all listening to the Virgo Verdict. Remember, like, share, and subscribe so we can grow the community. I'm Sherrod Cohen, and
T Rex.
peace.
Peace.